YouTube family, welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching this video. If you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you find value here, if you find something here that will help you, go ahead and subscribe. All right. But today's my day off, and I was just here relaxing, and I was thinking about some things as usual. Thinking about the courage to be oneself. The courage to be oneself. So, right off the bat, me sitting here on my couch in a hoodie, no special background, no great editing, no nothing. This is me in my natural habitat, as natural as it can be, just being myself. And this is what I want for this channel. I do not want it to be something that is forced, that is always scripted or planned out or whatever. I want it to just be a space where I can be me and you can be you. You understand? So the courage to be oneself. And I watched a part of an interview a couple days ago, and it was with Dr. Gabor Mate, and he's a physician. I believe his specialty is psychiatry, and he does a lot of work as regards to depression, trauma, addictions, and that kind of thing. And they did a study, and the study was with some people who were on their last. They were on their dying beds, let's say then deathbed. They were actively dying, right? They were near end of life. And the study was really aimed at, trying to find out what were the regrets that these people had. And the number one regret that they had at the end of the study that they found, the number one regret amongst these patients was, they regretted the fact that they did not have the courage to be themselves. They did not have the courage to be themselves. And it was a sobering finding, if you ask me. Sobering. I have labeled myself many times as a recovering people pleaser. A recovering people pleaser, because as far as I can remember, for most of my life, I've lived to please people. Because even as a child, most children, you kind of live to please your parents. You live to please your immediate family. Those who have responsibility over you. Unless, you're like a sociopath, I believe. Those people, them just always go against the grain and, But, yeah, so as a child, and even in my teenage years when I touched adolescence, I now started to live to please, or not even said to please, but I started to live in a way that I would fit in with the group, fit in with the herd. And that is normal. That's a normal behavior for people in their adolescent years. After adolescence now, early 20s, by this time I was in college. And again, I was living to please those who were my peers. So those who I lived on hall with, my brethren them and so on. I was now living to please them. When I'm looking back now in retrospect, at that time, I never saw it that way necessarily. But then say hindsight or is 2020. When you're looking back, it's 2020. So now I'm saying to myself that I'm a recovering people pleaser, because I have gotten to this place in life, this stage in life, because of certain experiences where I realized that living to please others is not living at all. It is a sad way or a sad state of existence, living to please others. You understand? And even thinking back on that study, that the number one finding was that these people regret that they never had the courage, and that word is so important, the courage to be themselves. And even as I'm on this path of self-discovery, I want to encourage you as well. If you are someone who has been like me, or if you're currently like that, people pleasing all the time, trying to please someone else, time is running out. And when I say time is running out, I'm not preaching doom or gloom, But we all have to understand and appreciate the fact that our time on this earth is numbered. Yeah? For some strange reason, we often think that we are all going to live till old age. Yeah? We think that we're going to live to see our grandkids, great grandkids even. We think that, we're going to live to see that ripe old age. That is what we hope. That is what we are aiming towards. We live our life in a way that we can, have longevity. We try to do that, but the reality is no one knows when him number go call, right? No one knows when the Lord is going to say, all right, your time is up. You get me? So I just have come to realize that I cannot waste my life pleasing people. I cannot waste my life pleasing people. And even this whole YouTube era of my life now, it's teaching me, it's challenging me, because I was reading something the other day where this guy, he was celebrating 100,000 subscribers. And I was reading the caption that he wrote. And he was saying that after you get your first viral video, you have a choice, whether to chase that, so whether to lean into that and to do, to follow after that, or you have a choice also to chart your own path. So I could either, so for example, for me, that first viral video was about me talking about nursing. So now I have the option to run after that, do every video about nursing, because that is what was selling at the time, or I can chart my own path. I can come on here, press record, and share with the world what I believe God has given me to share with the world. Yeah? I have a choice. And that is just with YouTube. But just in general now, we all have a choice. Whether to run after what the people around us may see as success, or we can choose to be truly successful. And to be truly successful is living out your purpose, is being true to what God has called you to do, is using the talents, not burying them, but using the talents that God has given you, and appreciating the fact that you are unique, appreciating the fact that there's only one you, appreciating the fact that you are created, you were made to solve certain problems that somebody else can't solve, or even if they can solve a similar problem, they can't solve it in the way that you can solve it, by the grace of God. So yeah, this is just an encouragement, even as I'm here just meditating and I reason with myself. So let me just talk to you guys as well, because I am in pursuit of purpose. My pursuit right now in this point in my life is after purpose, not after what seems like success. I am weird like this where, I think at this stage of my life, I should, kind of glamorize, or I should be chasing after certain things as far as what society says. But for me, for example, even like having a vehicle, I don't necessarily need the latest vehicle. I would love to, if I could afford it, like I probably would buy it. But I see a vehicle for what it is. A vehicle takes me from point A to point B, and you want something that is convenient. But I will not try to attain a certain vehicle, get a certain vehicle. This is just an example. Get a certain vehicle just because my neighbor over there, so I go look on the vehicle and say, guess what? Things are going for you, man. Yeah, man, he reach an hour, he might go on good, man. Just because of what somebody else is going to think. Like, I don't want to live my life like that. And this is just an example. I don't want to live my life like that. I want to live a life that is, I would say, poured out, meaning God has put some things inside of me, and when the day come, not if, but when the day come, that I should leave this earth, I want the Lord to say, one, well done, and I want to leave a lasting impact where people around me, near and far, have been touched by whatever it is God had put inside of me. I want to die empty. Yeah? And whenever that time come, because I think because I'm in nursing and something, like I can freely talk about death without feeling no kind of weird way. I'm not calling on death on myself. I'm just saying that is just a part of life. And when that time comes, I want to know that I was authentically me, I was myself, and that the world around me benefited because I was myself by God's grace. You know? So yeah, this is just an encouragement to you guys, as I encourage myself today, to find the courage, pray for the courage, strive towards it and find that courage to be yourself, because there's only one you, and you can make a difference. Believe me. Blessings.